Good afternoon, YouTube watchers. This is Adam 8-Bit showing you some Sims FreePlay gameplay. I just wanted to show off some of my creations. I figured I'd use YouTube as an opportunity to show off some of the stuff I decorate and create in various video games, from The Sims to Little Big Planet to the most recent one, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Just loading up the file right here. Go through all the little ad promotions stuff they give you in the beginning. Get my monies. I usually end up having like millions and stuff, but I blow it all into building stuff from scratch. I'll even buy empty plots and try to figure out new stuff besides just houses, which I'm going to show you shortly. I'm not sure how everybody approaches decorating their place, but for me, I took some of my closest friends and I simulated a situation where we all lived together, our little cul-de-sac. It started off with just me, and then worked my way into extra characters, and then eventually moved my main character right here in this spot. Um, you see I opened up all the little extra stuff. I still have a ways to go. I'm just very selective about what I choose to put my money in. I'm not one to just fill up the board so the board's filled up, nor am I one to have a baby in The Sims because it helps the story progress. Yes, there's certain things I'm avoiding, like being able to build a second floor because I don't want a baby. But sooner or later, I might just set up one of my neighbors to have themselves a baby so I could have a second floor. So these are really elaborate single floor apartments, I guess, or single floor houses. But first, I'm going to show you the non-houses. I have certain people who live in the place basically be in charge of the said areas and businesses. Right now we're going to go into, I made a spa, which I thought was kind of cute. Some place where everybody can go to as a public. You got the little entry place, receptionist area, aquarium, so they're entertained. And if you take a look, full screen open window so they get lots of sunlight. I try to be very conscientious about where I put everything. There has to be some flow. I do like symmetry, some purpose to everything. I like to use the entirety of the space. So, especially like Little Big Planet, Animal Crossing, I like to max out the space usage and try to finagle whatever I can. Alright, you see I got the little gardens which can only be entered uh, through certain passageways on the side and in the entrance. This right here actually splits into two rooms, and the views are obstructed on the other side by aquariums, and you got the little rainfall settings, so it's a nice comfortable entrance. It goes into a full spa area, the manicure, pedicure, showering area for people who go in and out of the hot tub. There you go. It was like, did I get rid of it? But I'm pretty sure I had it. And of course, two little separate bathroom areas. And then I have out here the hot tub area, a little tiki lounge, and right in the center, insulated glass, open screen fireplace area, so you get a feel of being indoors and outdoors at the same time. And I made sure to add plenty of privacy while at the same time scenery for everywhere that you're sitting, so you're always in an atmosphere. Right next door, in case you feel like you want to take a walk and you're nice and refreshed, I created a park right next to it. So I consider it like one entire area, but you, of course, can't see them both at the same time, which is a shame. But here we go. Nice open. I have some tiles. I want it to be slightly special eventish, so if they have special events, you know, everything's done up to where it'll be a little easier to cater. Plenty of seating areas, plenty of tabletops and stuff. I want it to be a little posh, yeah. Right. believe I have a club to show you, and we all know that you eventually can unlock the club over here, which I have, but not a lot of people like end up going there because I usually just have everybody working and earning money. So instead we'll have this little location which I made. And right now, like I said, it's all single floor. I'm sure I'll expand once I get a second floor and some sort of rooftop vicinity. So it looks a little eccentric on the outside, but I want it to be nice and flashy, so I had the little fireworks package. On the side here, you have an outdoor lounge vicinity, which will connect to a couple of different rooms. Make a changing room area, just a little viewing area with like TVs. If ever there's like some sort of competition or runway, all that stuff, because I happen to go out with someone named Devin, and he goes by the name Sax Revlon, who happens to Vogue. So when I made this place, I actually considered him uh, when I made the spot. He was initially going to run it, but he moved in with me. But you'll see that later. I had the main bar over here, a little eating area for people who want to make snacks and stuff for the customers, as well as storage. Like I said, I try to be very realistic when I create stuff, because I always found it funny. I was a big PlayStation Home fan, and then it occurred to me that, yes, they're avatars, I get that, but if you're realistically going to get yourself an apartment and decorate it, it would make sense to have a kitchen and a bathroom and stuff, and that wasn't really included. So to me, decorating spaces like that always felt a little unrealistic, because sooner or later you're going to want to decorate a place to poop. Alright, so now on to the various homes. Uh, I'm going to progress from probably like the more background homes, not the most elaborate ones, although I did put a lot of work in each of them, to the more elaborate ones that lead up to my house. So I'll show you how it looks complete, and then, of course, remove the roof so you can see the contents of everything. You got the little living space entertainment area, which goes into the kitchen, double walkway going to the dining room. So this is made a little bit for socializing, entertaining. Uh, goes into the bedroom, and from the bedroom there's actually an area that can only be accessed by the bedroom, which is kind of like a long man cave changing room vicinity storage. And then of course you have the little bathroom here, and I had the area here for when you do gardening and earning items and stuff. Everybody would do it as a group, so it'd be like a little bonding activity. With every person I put in, I try to be conscientious of the personalities that I gave them, based off, of course, my own friends. So I try to give them stuff that I feel they would feel more comfortable with. So you got a little outdoor lounge area right out front. uh, some of these Sims have pets, some of them don't. You'll see them running around, cats and dogs. I haven't got any bunnies or hamsters or anything like that. So of course you have a little living area. Made sure that technology is present, because everyone I know is definitely big on the internet. And it is very simple, more like personal living, personal comfort. But I would try to be conscientious, making sure that there's variation, wallpaper, floor plans, while everything works together. Might update the tiling on this later though. Moving on to the next one. This one's a little more lush on the outside, a little more decorative. This person's very celebratory of like holidays and stuff, and he likes to have friends over, so it's all about making that impression. There's a lot of activities. that people engage in together or as an individual. You have the little chest crafting area, little outside patio where you can paint. You have, of course, the living room that goes into the dining room with the entrance to the kitchen, so good for cooking and parties and all that crap. Bedroom that has a little living space in it too for the homebody, and of course another crafting area in the back, something a little more private to the chest room in the front. Show you the roof. Now this one I enjoyed. This is one of the houses when I started getting experimental. I mean, all the other houses now have been updated to look a little more, I guess, flashy. But this was the one in which I really started experimenting and playing around the floor space, rather than just making it all about really large bedrooms and stuff. Try to balance it out with indoor and outdoor. So I put the roof so you can see the focus on the front. Outdoor entertainment, hot tub areas. Definitely like stuff like the cherry blossoms, what it does to the lawn. And of course I use plants to create a border around the place. So it's a fence, but it's not a fence. Dining, chest area, another crafting area in the bedroom, bathroom. This area is like a reading computer lounge, directly connects from the outdoors, and of course the kitchen. And if ever you get your hands on these little tables, it has like full course meal on it. I believe it's like 5,000. It's definitely worth as far as the details that it adds to a room than getting a basic table. I do believe you gotta get your own chairs though. Alright, I admit I believe this house is a little more basic. This is one of those earlier ones where it's like really big, unrealistic spaces just to kind of fill up the area. I didn't put a lot of thought into the lawn. Um, I feel like it could be a little more elaborate, but this was one of those places where I also put a lot of crafting so I can get stuff done for like missions. Kind of scoop stuff out and then put stuff in. So it's definitely big. It's definitely good for group activities, but more on construction than anything. It's at the bottom of my list, I guess, as far as the houses I enjoy on this. We're approaching the final houses soon. Right, just show the outside. A little more woodsy, outdoorsy. Another group planning vicinity. There's a nice big chest area here. Lounging, drinking, talking. Just nice, quiet, intellectual time. Kitchen dining room that goes into the garden. You can imagine everything's fresh. We got some crafting station, the glass building station. Once again, another arts and craftsy type home. I made sure to put a lot of attention though into the rooms. I wanted them to be a little higher end. I personally do like this bedroom and how it turned out. It's particularly the windows. Right, the house I'm going to show you next was initially my original house, which is why it has the fastest loading time for giving away money. But I eventually moved out into a house that, was an accumulation of me experimenting and building. I do have the Sims 3 on PS3, but I'm going to use a different method of recording for that, as this is on the tablet and very conveniently done using the YouTube gaming. Like, big shout out for that, because it's just like anybody can do it now. You just have to, I guess, give it a shot. And I am definitely not the most social person, uh, but I am a very creative person. I'm one to like popping up ideas, and if I had it in me, I would be one to kind of want to share it with the world. So this is like my next step up in that attempt towards opening myself and sharing my ideas. Now, as you see the original house, they have my pets, because I decided to get myself those little plant monsters and keep them. I mean, you just leave them alone. They have their own little private area. They can see what's going on in the house, so they feel included. But they're supposedly carnivorous, or at least irritable. Little side area. A bench in which you can sit, appreciate all the scenery behind you, great for photos, hang out with your friends, paint some pictures. It was very low key. Oh, hold on. Accidentally exited out. Didn't even show you the inside of it yet. Like I said, they give you money every minute. I mean, it's not a lot, but it does add up, you know, especially if you're aggressive about getting them every time. So, the indoor area, and as you see, I definitely have an appreciation for the aquariums. I like the element that it adds to the room. It kind of illuminates everything. And once again, it adds more dimension and details. I try to be balanced, but I like water to be an element in my spaces. It's definitely hard when it comes to building bathrooms, because you want to be considerate of where they are realistically, as far as people wanting to like peep in. But I do believe I've crafted in a way where you can have the outdoor view while still feeling like it's private. And once again, I am kind of playing on the idealism that I know all my neighbors, and you know, whatever. Kitchen, dining area. Once again, we got one of those nifty little tables. And you get a lot of promotional items too, which will give you like one of everything. Either cluster them together or spread them out, and see if you recognize any prizes that you yourself have earned. I used to be big on spinning the plants all the time and trying to earn my little event stuff. But it slowly started running out of things I was interested in, because now they keep pushing toddlers and parents and onesies. And sooner or later I'm going to go with that, but it's not going to be my household, which is this. I have everything set up the way I want it to, and at least until I get bored with it and create another place. But it's the closest to the spa, closest to all the amenities and stuff. That's me right there, appreciating the little spinning fireworks thing. Really nice at nighttime. Oh, there's Devin there to appreciate the fireworks with me. Another spa type vicinity in our home to get manicures, pedicures. Our friends come over and we take turns. A little personal bathroom suite area. Multiple showers and stuff, or I guess to go with the whole spa thing. And there's two of us. I don't know. I figure if I got the space, might as well be elaborate, and when I can, symmetrical. The whole his and hers taken up a notch. Well, his and his. So, got the bedroom area. Once again, aquarium, TV on the wall. Like, I try to accommodate it how we would do it. You know, get out of bed, roll off on the side, turn on the TV, and, you know, play our games and stuff. Well, we have a little bit more of an elaborate setup with the electronics. And hopefully it will get more elaborate in the future. You got my kitty over there, lounging about. I don't want to make her into a cat. I just want to keep her in her small furball state. Another little outdoor lounge area. You can barbecue and bring the food immediately into the kitchen and the living room area. And then, as you see, I have an open center area, which I'm very proud of. And all the windows have like blind type windows, so you can open up each space and make it feel like it's directly connected with the outdoors. Like every room has its own patio. So the bedroom can have immediate view, the kitchen can have immediate view, the living room, and the spa area. The spa area is a little more private because I use the garden and the rain scene to obscure the vision a little bit, but still feel inclusive with the cherry blossom in the middle. And yes, I'm definitely very proud of my space. I'm just appreciative of all of these little decorating programs in general, so I can keep myself sharp and creativity flowing, especially since I'm quite the hermit. But this is my place so far. I do believe I've gotten everything so far. Most of my homes are on the other side. I do eventually plan on expanding. I really do want to get into these, but I don't know if it's just because I don't have the babies or just something. But I keep missing the opportunity to expand on that and then do more with the other places. I considered doing one of those volcano mission type things, but it was just like too far away and unnecessary. I wanted everyone to be close together. So thank you very much for watching the video. I guess I can end it right quick with showing you the cast of characters that exist in my game. Let's see if I can find them. There's me. There's my vape dev. Loosely based characters, I mean, they only give you like one frame. My friend Cyrus. Franco. Angel. Alexis. I guess I did have Markiplier because I was a fan of him. So I decided, what the hell, I'm going to make him into a neighbor. Because only he happens to have the one place I like the least. I wasn't very experimental at that moment, and he just became a place to do activities with. But I'm sure I'll edit it enough because I want everyone to have nice homes. Sorry, I'm not declaring everyone's name at this moment, just putting everybody on display. Alright, once again, this is Adam 8-Bit saying thank you very much. Sorry if I'm a little calm and things are quiet. I actually thought there was background music, but rather than interrupting the flow, I had to decide go with it. Hopefully you're like me, have a bunch of multimedia stuff going on anyway, so hopefully you had a nice little soundtrack to go with this, or probably was binging on something on YouTube or Hulu or Netflix, what have you. Alright, talk to y'all later, and thanks for watching. Bye.